Okay, let's go ahead and get started there, folks. Welcome back to another 2 p.m. PST YouTube stream. I'm your host, Strange Bro Jim, and today um, we're gonna go through um, the Pega development um, for Business Architect. We're gonna do that last test and review it. We have some videos to try to upload and get ready for release. And then we're going to be doing some more Genshin Impact later on tonight. So, um, again, I'm holding off on doing anything with Warframe for the time being. Um, it was quite buggy the last time that I went there, and we'll kind of cover that when I get back to it on the 27th, or at least that's the plan. So 1 week from now, we'll go back into Warframe. But for now, we'll have to move on to one other game. And there's plenty of content in Genshin Impact for now. So, um, so yeah. Um, so let's talk about Pega. For myself, I've been working on going towards getting my system architect certification. I have yet to get it, and well, um, I've been, I really need to kind of work on, um, learning as much as I can to acquire the certification at the end. Um, my attempts in the past have been met with failure, in that Um, I was taught by an authorized training partner at my last job, and well, myself and a lot of my peers really did not appreciate his teaching style. A good majority of us, if not pretty much all of us, went to self-study. Um, and the authorized training partners, coworkers knew how much he was screwing up. So it wasn't, believe me, it was not just us that was having a problem with the guy. Um, I mean, you know, there was a few of us that were asking to kind of get put back into the training, or another training cycle for Pega to maybe get a better teacher, to learn from, because um, the one authorized training partner did not work out very well. Um, you know, um, I either I hope that he might have learned from that experience and has gotten better, or maybe he just stops being an authorized training partner and just goes and does the work, out there as Pega, um, because what he showed was not great during our training. So now, um, if you're watching this and you're hoping that I'm an authorized training partner, then no, that's not, and that's that no. An authorized training partner should be someone that is well versed in Pega Academy and can teach you, Pega Academy, so that you can work towards your certification. Um, One would hope that, um, if you want your certification, you can go through the instructor-led training, which again, I am not an instructor. This is not meant for instructor-led training. Um, if you want to pay the money, which can be a little expensive, if, in my particular opinion. Um, One would hope that the instructions would be well enough and they're able to answer all your questions, and believe me, ask questions to allow for you to get your certification. Get your money's worth, because believe me, it's going to be, it's not a long course. They're going to pack a lot of information in there on you, so make the best of it, okay? But I'm not getting any kind of benefit from Pega at all on this. You know, I'm not getting paid or some kind of special benefits for doing these kind of videos. Okay, so if you think that, just get rid of it, because that's not happening. Okay, the most that I have communication wise with them is when I send in a suggestion, they may take it and try to fix the problem. But again, that's it. That's as far as any kind of communication between me and them. Okay, so um, you know, if they want to, they can always reach out to me. You know, but you know, I'm not going to ask for anything special. Okay, that's not my intention. Okay, my intention is to get to my certification. That's it. Um, you know, I'm hoping that, you know, when I go through like topics and challenges, if I come across anything that, you know, makes me question what's going on with Pega, I would hope that, and you know, if someone's watching me like right now live streaming, or if you are watching the videos via YouTube and you hear my questions, if you are well versed in Pega, you're a Pega veteran, or you know you've been in that particular form of the industry for a long time, I would hope that um, you'd be able to answer the questions that I have, because not only would they be helping me, but they would also be helping out anybody else that might also have the same kind of questions. Um, so if you're watching this and you are, you know, part of Pega, Pega veteran, um, and, you know, senior system, or you know, senior, um, you know, senior system architect, and you know what it is to, you know, you can answer my questions, you know, effectively, then please do so, um, because not only am I looking for the answers, but you know, someone else would be as well. Okay, and I'm always open for, you know, getting the truthful answers. So okay, so that's me. That's me in a nutshell on the whole Pega Academy. So um, we'd already finished off the two missions earlier, as we, you know, went through our system architect journey. These two missions are the same. Okay, there's no difference between these two. So don't think that, you know, I'm doing like different missions on each of them. No, they're the same missions. The business architect, you know, has two modules left, and that's it. We had already covered these two modules, so all that's left for me on this business architect is the business architect test. So I'm going to be going through that today. After today, we're probably not going to be going back into business architect at all. I mean, we may go to the Pega Express delivery just to kind of see what's there. The fact that I have 15% complete on it already is kind of throwing me off a little bit, but whatever. Um, So we're going to go right back into System Architect and continue with our journey there. At the end of that journey, then we're going to be going into test prep, meaning we're going to be working on trying to learn, um, learn the questions, learn the topics of said questions, and really work on the topics that I missed and go back through them. Okay, but that's for me. Okay, that's stuff that I need to kind of work on. Okay, so don't feel like um, what I'm experiencing is something that you yourself are going to experience as well. Okay, you may understand certain topics better than I will. Okay, maybe you understand all the topics. I don't know, but I implore you to do the work. Study what you can and get yourself prepped. You know, use me as a diving board if necessary to um, help push you to study yourself if necessary. Okay, so don't feel like you're alone in this. Okay, if you want to, come to my live streams, talk to me directly. Okay, I don't mind trying to help out. Okay, because um, that's what being a team member is all about. You help out everybody that's on the team. Okay, and if you're on the same team as trying to get a certification as I am, then hey, we can help each other out. Okay, so um, so yeah, um, or think of it this way. Okay, I often found that when you are trying to teach someone about a certain subject, it reinforces your knowledge of said subject. So therefore, if you are helping someone understand a particular topic, with Pega, then you yourself are also kind of reinforcing that knowledge on yourself. Okay, so think of it that way. Okay, so okay, but we just had the business architect mission test to finish off for today. I'm going to take it once with the feedback just to get that passing score. But I'm going to go back through um, and kind of take note of the ones that I kind of missed and see what sections I really need to kind of work on because that will determine um, you know the what I need to kind of cover more. So I need an 80% on this. So I could probably only miss about 2 questions. Well, maybe 3. A microjourney is a small part of the overall customer journey. The microjourney focuses on accomplishing multiple goals. I don't think it's focuses on accomplishing multiple goals is true. So yeah. Select 2 use cases supported by Agile Workbench. Choose 2. You need to adjust the due date for several user stories. During a peer review, the reviewer discovers and records an application bug. That sounds about right. Lead developer creates a new application for the development team. No. Project team discusses how many application developers are needed and reports back to the stakeholders. Um, I don't think that's needed either for that, so I'm gonna assume those two. Yeah, because the Agile Workbench is all about, working with, your user stories and the like. So, um, these two sound like it's more like the prepare phase. So you can submit a bug directly in Agile Workbench after finding an issue in the application. Agile Workbench allows you to establish and modify due dates for user stories, feedback, items, and bugs. So, which is a benefit for using multi-step forms. Multi-step forms provide an easy way to add a step that is pre-configured with functionality to a process, such as sending an email. No. Multi-step forms provide a way to add an assignment that is pre-configured with one or more actions that users can take to a process. That sounds about right. But let's look at the other ones. Multi-step forms help you organize separate tasks into steps so that you control how, when, and by whom work is performed for each step. Mm, no, because typically when you have a multi-step form, you have one person working on it. So by whom doesn't really work for that. Multi-step forms help a single user complete complex tasks by presenting multiple screens in a logical sequence. That sounds about right. Yep. Um, Now, what what would have happened? I'm kind of thought maybe the second answer, but obviously it wasn't the correct one. So, what part of the second step here is the wrong answer? So, okay, which of I only have 25 minutes, so I can't spend a whole lot of time on this. Which two of the following options are true about directly captured objectives? Used to during the prepare phase to configure and validate the three pillars of microjourney. Um, and methodology that ensures collaboration with the business and IT. Is only used for the documentation of user stories during the build phase. Integration Designer is an example of visualization tool used in, yeah, that's one of them. Um, uh, I can't remember if it's which one of these two it is. There it is. Yeah, I wasn't 100% confirmed on the business IT, um, so let's move on. Case lifecycle design as a model to blank and blank. Define how work is completed for each specific customer request. Define a structure to create, process, and resolve work. Define the user interface appearance, and define processes and steps to implement the three necessary stages of work. So, um, let's see. No, I'm thinking it's these two. Okay, well, I missed that. I missed that question. So I'm assuming these two. All right, we'll move on. Two following statements are true about definition ready. Stories that do not meet the definition ready can process the sprint planning. The stories that meet the definition ready are approved by the product owner. The definition ready is defined during the prepare phase. Definition ready is defined by the lead business architect. Um, Stories that do not meet the definition ready can progress to sprint planning. Hmm. We already know that they stated that DOR is not approved by the product owner. It's handled by the business architect. So I'm leaning towards these two here. What? Definition ready, DOR is defined by the lead business architect. It's like, wait, what? You're countering each other here. Okay, hold on. I need to screenshot this. Hold on. Okay. I can't really spend a whole lot of time on this, so all right. DOR is maintained by the lead BA, but isn't defined by the lead BA. What is going on with this question? Which is the correct answer here? Because I'm getting a mixed signal on this question. Please help me understand what you are trying to describe here, because now I'm completely confused about DOR. Okay, well, I guess I'll just go ahead and do that one, even though technically they already stated that it's maintained by the lead BA. So what? It's like, huh? Whatever. Which two of the following methods can you use to configure one stage of the case lifecycle to advance to the next? Um, while running a case, use the actions menu to change the stage. No, you don't need to do that. Configure the stage to resolve the case in the stage properties pane. I mean, you could do that. Add a change stage step, yeah, automatically. And configure automatic stage transitioning in the stage contextual property pane. Um, I mean, it's eventually going to get to a stage to resolve the case, so technically you don't really need that one. So, yeah. Okay. So we have adopt, we have build, we have prepare. No, 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 build. Oh gosh. It's gonna be a little hard for me to do this, guys. Your graphic is way too big. The graphic for the 4 phases is way too big for the screen. I'm having to maximize the screen just to barely see the text boxes to fill in, and that's at 100% zoom. Um, if I didn't see the text boxes, I would have to um, reduce down the size by using the browser zoom. I shouldn't need to do that. Yeah. Okay. Which of the two following options are true about the technical design during prepare? Application structure should be organized to support automated testing during the prepare phase. Nope. Co-production resources late in the technical design during prepare. Nope. Technical design considerations to be confirmed during prepare are authentication scheme, right? Um, oh wait, no, it is supposed to support automated testing, even though technically it's you're not supposed to even consider testing for the prepare phase. Yeah, I remember that. Organization layer is the only layer which You find technical assets. False. Drag the role to their appropriate description. Non-technical business user who participates in application development. That's the citizen developer. Has deep knowledge of a particular business topic or domain. That's subject matter expert. Creates acceptance criteria and prioritizes backlog items. That's product owner. Creates and executes functional and performance test scripts. That's quality assurance. So there you go. Which of the following scenarios applies to case life cycle design? Customer contacts a call center to cancel service. After the agent addresses the customer's issues, the customer decides not to cancel the account. Not applicable. Travel agent creates a Pega platform application to handle travel booking. Business wants customers to request a reservation for the hotel or flight. Agency employees to validate the customer provided payment information, and agents to send booking information to the customer. Pega platform application has that's it, but we'll go through the others. Application a firm creates a Pega platform application to handle purchase requests. The first step is to get an accurate list of seat suppliers. You don't need that. An online retailer creates 3 separate Pega platform applications to handle purchase orders. One application manages customer orders from the website of the business. Second application warehouse team checks inventory. Well, I mean, that's all great that you want, 3 separate Pega platforms, but that's not case lifecycle design. So, yeah, that's the one that you want. Drag the development approach from the bottom to align with the correct description box on the left. So, collaborate with stakeholders in a common visual language, allowing you to focus on business logic. That's traditional development. Use omni-channel development capabilities to unify development activities for all required channels. Build a mobile web-based request system with notifications for collaboration. Build integrations for external systems to obtain the data and graphically map. Create an application with one size fits all. Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm going to need to go back and look at that again. Which 2 assets are assigned a release to you and used to estimate the project scope and duration? Um, those 2. Nope, not case types apparently. Okay, I'm gonna assume project processes. Select 2 correct statements about work items in Agile Workbench. Um, I think it's those 2. Nope. Okay. Here we go. So obviously I missed a couple questions there. I'm gonna rate the mission. Um, the reason why I rated it low was due to fact that it doesn't really cover what a business analyst does. I saw subjects about what the product owner did, what the lead system architect did, even what the system architect did. However, it really didn't feel like much of the material was for the business analyst. I already recommended before that the Pega Express gets added in because Pega Express mission gets added in because I feel like that mission would be more in line with what the business analyst works on. Okay, so so I did 15 questions, but it looks like I missed 3. Hold on a second. That's more 80%. So, huh? Um, Wait a second. Okay, so according to this, they're saying that I missed 1 question out of the 15 to get the 93%. Okay. Then why are they flagging 3 different modules here? Okay. Not sure what's going on there, but here, you know what? Let me send this to them as well. Um, okay. Oh, there went the window again. Um, um, so the test says that I got 93% on the 15 questions, which means that I got 14 right out of the 15. So why is it showing 3 modules? Are the 3 modules for ones that I got wrong, but use the feedback to get the right answer afterwards? The 0 questions correct doesn't really help either. They just add to the confusion. Alright. Um, well, I'm gonna grab these and see, kind of hold on to them a little bit. Uh, oh boy. My brother just had an earthquake. Um, able to get yikes. So California just had an earthquake right before a hurricane. So yeah, that's not good. 5.5 earthquake narrow and narrow high. Not great. Not great at all. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and record down um, the questions here for the business analyst. Modules to study. And then let me write all these down. Okay, so automated workflow decisions appears to be one that I really need to kind of look at, because that's also one that I missed during the low-code ad builder. Exploring application data with insights. That's also one that I got for the low-code ad builder extended. And getting insight. That was not included in the previous one, so gaining insight into business efficiency. Okay. Okay, so if I didn't really miss too many out of those questions. I think I missed what, a total of 3 with the um all said and done, which would have given me 12, which would have been in the 80%. So, um, so that's why it's like, I would have been borderline passing the business architect. And obviously, that's not what I want to have happen if I was to take the certification. I want to make sure that I'm, 93% or so during the test. So I'm going to need to kind of study this more to make sure that, um, I get through the certification because, you know, let me, look at the certification exam here. Um, their passing score is 70%. So, um, so out of 50 questions, I multiply that by 70 is 35. So, so if you are taking this test, you can't miss more than 15 questions. If you miss more than 15 questions, then you're not going to get your certification. So you need to make sure that you know Pega Express, you know case management, you got to know data integration. Maybe not so much security because I mean that's only 2%. That's like one question. Um, like 3 questions for mobility, 4 questions for reporting, application development, and user development. But here's the thing: every single last one of those questions adds up. Okay, if if say you don't bother with these, and I just told you exactly, like, hey, this is 1 question, this is 3 questions, so that's 4 right there, plus potentially 4 more questions per 9% or so. I'm just estimating, right? Um, so that's a total of 16 questions right there. If you didn't get them right, so that's why it's you know yeah, you might say I'm not going to bother looking at security, but that one question might make or break you. Okay, so do what you can to learn everything you can. for the certification. Okay. Go back through my videos if you want to. Ask questions. Go through the you know uh, now I've completed the business architect mission. That's great. But here's the thing. That that doesn't necessarily mean that I'm ready for the certification. Okay? Because like I said before, they've put, you know, questions on that certification that is, you know, I took it for 8.6. You know, I had the 8.6 certification for system architect. Okay, and that um, uh, you know, and for that certification, I was seeing questions there that referenced keywords from Pega 7. So, you know, uh, so do yourself a favor, find mock exams, see what they ask, and look up those keywords that you're not recognizing, okay? And study them and figure out what they're asking about, okay? Because, more than likely, it will probably be on that certification test. And if you get hit one of those questions, then that's our, if you don't know the answer to it, then good luck on guessing because you're probably going to get it wrong. And you don't want that. Okay, you don't want to have those missed questions. Try to make sure that you can answer all of them properly and, you know, um, inaccurately. So, that's where we're going to go ahead and call it for tonight, though, for this. We'll, we'll do the review of the business architect test tomorrow. Um, I don't have a whole lot of time now to go over it. So, so, um, do yourself a favor. If you're going through the business architect um, journey, um, then do what you can to study up as much as you can. Go through the module tests again. Try to get that 100% at the very least. Okay, don't memorize the questions. Okay, memorize the details of said questions. Okay, or try to figure out the topics of said question and learn what those topics are kind of talking about. Okay, um, ask those questions. Um, and then go through and do mock trials. Okay, retake the mission tests. Find the and don't use the feedback. Retake the mission tests. Don't use the feedback. Answer the questions. Find what areas you're kind of weak on. Okay, if you miss them, okay, if you miss that question, or if you're not quite sure about the question, then purposely miss it. Okay, like, hey, I don't know what the answer of this question is. Click on it. Make sure the feedback is saying that's the wrong answer and purposely miss it so it will tell you the section that you need to work on. Okay, because it will tell you at the very end, supposedly, even though what I saw at the very end of the business architect mission test was a little odd, giving me 3 modules for a single wrong answer. But again, it might be that they counted all the questions that I got wrong um, before before the feedback. So just bear that in mind. But that's it. That's what we're gonna go ahead and call it for this Pega, particular Pega session. Um, yeah, no chatters, but that's perfectly fine. No worries on that. Want to thank anybody that was just kind of lurking in the background. Hopefully you were able to get, some decent insight on this. Um, good luck on your studies if you're trying to go for the business architect certification. Um, if you do get it, if you do get that certification, then obviously put it on your resume you know, and use that as a leaping, as a stepping stone to get into the industry. Okay, if business architect is what you want to do, you know, get that on your resume and send it out. Okay, because um, you'll be able to take that into, you know, um, you'll be able to look online for jobs looking for Pega business architects and try to apply for those jobs, and you may get them because Pega isn't necessarily a like a mainstream language. Okay, so at least not yet. They might be trying to, but it's not necessarily open source. It doesn't allow for users like myself to kind of create their own instances easily. So, um, so it's you know like I can go to Notepad and type out Java program and see and get it in through the compiler to you know make an application that way if I wanted to, right? Same with other languages like Python, C, C++, that kind of that kind of process. Pega doesn't necessarily have that. You have to use their tool in order um, to understand how to, go through it, and you're gonna need an instance of it, and um, that might not necessarily be easy to make. It is a huge, um, the size of a Pega development tool on your machine is substantial. Okay. So, but if you can do that, if you have the room, if you have the computing power on your computer to handle it, then I would say, try to do that. If Pega development is, what you want to do, okay, do what you can to get to that end goal. So, but that's it. That's where we're gonna go ahead and cut it all off right at this moment in time. Um, so yeah, feel free to do everything for the YouTube algorithm for me. That would be fantastic. Check out my description for other um, social media links and the like. But that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and shut the recording. So thank you very much, and catch you next time.